Hello there, Oma Faraway here in the kitchen. It's a funny sort of a day. Sort of been raining all week and now it's dry but threatening. And it's lovely and cozy inside. The washing is outside though, so I'm hoping for it to be near dry. And I just can't concentrate on stuff for some reason. And the best thing to do then is to do something that you really enjoy, and that's cooking. So I am going to make some leek and potato soup, which would be lovely for tonight as darkness comes earlier these days. So I thought I'd give it another go to make a cooking video. So I do hope you enjoy. I have one large leek, half a paprika. Don't normally put that in, but I've got it sitting there and I know I won't be using it this weekend, so I'm just going to add it for flavour. Some vegetable stock cubes, one potato. The soup only needs to be for 3, so otherwise I'd use, a lot more, and I've got a lot more leeks, but I just don't want to put leftovers in the fridge in the meantime. So I'll start preparing the veggies. Right. I've just got some water on the boil, it's almost ready, so I'm just going to put 2 cubes of the vegetable stock and add the water so that it could dissolve and be ready to go into the pot when I need it. I'll need more than half a litre of water to go in there, but this will be enough to just make the stock, to add a bit of flavour. And of course I don't need to add salt now that I've put the stock in, because there's enough salt in the cubes to taste good. You can always add some at the table if you want some more. Right, and now I'll just peel my potato, and for some reason we've got these like red potatoes I'm going to use. I'll use them for soup. I'm going to put today, so not a problem. Right, now the paprika. Cut away the core bit with all the seeds. Don't need the seeds. I had surgery on my hand a couple of years ago, right there, and I still can't hold things properly. Just doesn't work the same anymore. That's all right though. I couldn't drive my car for 4 months, that was worse. Right, I'm going to do this. Yes. I'm cutting the potatoes into the cubes. Oops. Right. Almost done. Let's also go into a wee bowl, waiting its turn. Oh, that stock smells lovely actually. Nice vegetable stock. I used when I had a big family to cook for, I used to gather all my vegetable juice from cooking and freeze it into cubes, and then when I did make soup, I would use those cubes. It might be wasteful, but those really hard outside bits, the top ones, I do cut them off. This top bit here you need to wash properly, because here between the leaves you've always got dirt, but this hard middle bit, that's fine. So I'll do this bit first, just cut it. Right, so I have them in here, and now I'm just going to run it under the tap. There we go, it's all washed and clean. So now I'll just cut the rest to add to it. I'm going to add some nutmeg too as well, because I find nutmeg and leeks go together really, really well. Right. Didn't take long, did it? Veggies prepared. Right. I like to work with a clear bench. Now these are my main ingredients. Right. Next, in my large pot, I'll just move you along a bit now, I think. Would that be right? Yes. In my large pot I just put a wee, I could say a couple of tablespoons, but I wouldn't have a clue. I always just put a very, sort of like half the bottom, and then it just spreads itself automatically. So it's probably 2 tablespoons. Let's leave it at that. 2 tablespoons of oil. And I get that heated up. And the first thing that goes in, once I see the bubbles appear, are the potatoes. They're the ones that need to, oh, there we go, look, bubbles appearing already. Not quite there yet. I like to heat it up on a slow temperature first, which I did before, and now I've just turned it up, and there she goes. Yep. And the idea is that they go a bit glassy. And I just brush all that, and I'll stir it so that the oil covers the potato properly. You see that? Whoa. Sorry, there it is here. And you don't want them to stick to the base. Now, the paprika. There we go, in the sink. This is my look that I'm after. The other main ingredient, the leeks. There we go, all in. And now I can hold it. It's still simmering. I'm going to stir. And the pantry. And I just add a good dash. Starting to. Now I've got my stock here. In it goes. Oh, yum. I'm on a roll here. I know it'll smell lovely inside shortly, the house. Here's the other half of my 1 litre water required, just straight out the tap. Hot water, not boiling, but just hot water. Pop it on, and the induction plate timer on for 20 minutes, and I will then check to see if it's cooked enough to go in the blender. And there you go. Well, let's have a look, shall we? Should be just about ready to go. See, let's stir. Now, just to check and make sure that it's good to go in the vitamizer or liquidizer, whatever you want to call it, I'll just press a piece of potato. Yep, here. Have a look. Yep, can I see that? I have my blender. Put it in the sink. Right. And I will just see, now I don't have to lift it up. If I put this on the bench, I have to actually go up all the time. And if I put it in the sink, I can just go low from the pot into the blender. Now you think that's a good hint, don't you? It's a handy tip, that one. Right, liquid. I know that heat will build up by blender and right. Off. Here we are. There it is. Right, so here we are. Now I've just put the lid on, and I actually have a middle bit too, and because of the heat I actually only just hold it there for a minute. That's going to make a noise, but I'll turn the sound off when I've done the editing so you don't get to hear it. Probably put a bit of music under it. Right, I'm done blending. Into the saucepan. The saucepan's pretty full. Oh, I actually thought I'll put in a smaller saucepan and it's hot and it'll be yum. And that'll take the edge off the full pot. But look at that. Steaming hot, very yummy, homemade, fresh as leg and potato soup. And that's the fun part about making your own meals and soups and things, and they just taste awesomely delicious. And you know exactly what's in them because you've done it yourself. Right, bon appetit everyone.